Have you ever stopped to think about what blood, that vital stream within us, can reveal about our health and well-being? Often regarded as just a technical detail, our blood type holds significant clues about how we face diseases and how our body responds to infections. Scientific studies continue to uncover these secrets, showing that different blood types can influence everything from the risk of heart problems to resistance against certain viruses. But what exactly does this mean for you? Knowing your blood type is like having an extra key in your pocket. It may not be something you need every day, but when it's necessary, it can make all the difference. Whether it's in a medical emergency, when planning to donate blood to save lives, or understanding possible health risks, this small piece of information helps you be better prepared. Beyond that, by adopting healthy habits and paying attention to scientific discoveries, you can turn this simple genetic detail into a powerful tool for caring for your well-being. Curious to learn what else your blood can reveal? Keep reading. Understanding this essential aspect of our bodies can be the first step toward a more mindful and healthier life. What is a blood type? A blood type is like a stamp that each person has on their blood. This stamp is made up of substances on the surface of blood cells, which can be one type or another. There are 4 main categories: A, B, AB, and O. Within these categories, there's also the Rh factor, which can be positive or negative. That's why you might have heard of types like A positive or O negative. These details aren't just curiosities, they're crucial, especially when someone needs a blood transfusion. What determines our blood type are the genes we inherit from our parents. It's like eye color or hair color, it's in our DNA. We can't change our blood type and it stays with us for life. Just like fingerprints, blood type is unique to each person. Knowing your blood type can be useful in various situations, such as medical emergencies or health planning. Day to day, you won't feel any difference by having type A or O blood, but this information becomes vital when you need blood from someone else. If the wrong type is given, your body may reject it, which can cause serious complications. That's why hospitals always perform careful tests before doing transfusions. Although invisible in everyday life, blood type is an essential part of who we are and how our bodies function. How is blood type used in the body? Think of blood as a great internal highway where cells travel everywhere. It carries oxygen, nutrients, and even the immune system's soldiers, the defense cells. Blood type acts as the license plate of these cells. It identifies what belongs to you and what's foreign. That's why, if you ever need a blood transfusion, the hospital checks if the donor's stamp matches yours. If it doesn't, your body might reject the blood. Inside your body, red blood cells have a super important job, transporting the oxygen you breathe to all parts of your body. There are also special proteins, called antibodies, that help identify and fight germs or anything that shouldn't be there. Blood type influences these antibodies and how they work. For example, someone with type O blood has different antibodies than someone with type A. This doesn't mean one type is better than another. It's simply a natural difference that helps the body organize and protect itself. If you've ever wondered why more than one blood type exists, the answer lies in evolution. Over thousands of years, different blood types emerged as the body's responses to various challenges like diseases and environmental changes. It's as if the body has been constantly adapting and finding new ways to protect itself. So, blood type isn't just an interesting detail, it's part of the big puzzle that keeps you healthy and strong. Blood types and disease risk research indicates that some diseases may be more common in people with certain blood types. For instance, those with type A blood might have a slightly higher risk of heart problems, while people with type O blood may be somewhat less prone to blood clots. This doesn't mean that if you have type A blood, you'll have heart issues, or if you're type O, you never will. These are simply patterns observed by scientists. Certain health conditions might be related to how the body responds to inflammation or fights infections. For example, studies have explored whether people with specific blood types deal differently with viral or bacterial infections. Researchers have found that, depending on blood type, the body may respond a bit differently, influencing the risk of some diseases. Additionally, some autoimmune conditions, when the immune system attacks the body itself, might be slightly linked to certain blood types. For instance, some diseases might be more frequent in those with AB blood. This isn't a fixed rule, but it's something scientists are studying to better understand how blood type can affect overall health. It's also important to remember that blood type isn't the only factor. Many other elements like diet, exercise, and even genetic factors not tied to blood type also impact health. So while there are trends, the most important thing is to take good care of your body and watch for any signs that something might be wrong. Knowing your blood type can be one piece of the puzzle, but maintaining a healthy lifestyle is the key to reducing risks and living well. Is it important to know your blood type? Knowing your blood type may seem simple, but it makes a big difference in some situations. Consider, for example, a medical emergency. If you have an accident and need a transfusion, doctors must use blood that is compatible with your type. Using the wrong type can cause severe reactions in the body. Having this information can help save lives, including your own. Additionally, knowing your blood type can help in other moments of life. Some people plan to donate blood to help others in emergency situations. If you know your type, you can plan ahead and understand which people you might be able to help. This is especially useful because some blood types are rarer than others. Knowing that you have a rarer type can motivate you to donate frequently, as your contribution can be even more important for those in need. It's also possible that, by knowing your blood type, you gain a better understanding of how your body works. As we discussed before, certain health conditions may be somewhat more common in specific blood types. So having this information can help you talk with your doctor and plan preventive care. This doesn't mean you'll get sick because of your blood type, but it's always good to know as much as possible about your own body so you can make more informed decisions. In summary, knowing your blood type is like knowing your height or weight. It's an important part of who you are. It won't change how you live your day-to-day life, but it can make a huge difference when you need that information. It's a simple yet powerful detail that can help protect your health and that of others. Blood types and infections. Beyond differences in blood types and disease risk, some research suggests that blood type can influence how our bodies respond to infections. For example, studies show that certain people with specific blood types may be more or less susceptible to certain viruses or bacteria. This doesn't mean that one blood type is completely immune to an infection or that another is completely vulnerable. Instead, it's as if the body has different defense strategies depending on blood type. An interesting example is the case of malaria. Scientists have discovered that people with type O blood may be less susceptible to the more severe forms of malaria. This happens because the parasite that causes malaria has more difficulty attaching to type O blood cells. Of course, this doesn't mean that people with type O blood are completely protected, but it's an interesting difference that researchers continue to investigate. On the other hand, some studies suggest that people with type A blood may have a slightly different inflammatory response when facing infections. This isn't a hard and fast rule and is still being studied, but it provides hints about how our blood type might affect the way the body deals with invaders. These findings are important because they help scientists and doctors better understand how the human body works. While we can't change our blood type, this knowledge can lead to new ways to prevent and treat diseases. It also reminds us that the human body is full of fascinating details, and each of us has a unique way of protecting ourselves against infections. Blood types and lifestyle. Blood type on its own doesn't determine your health, but it can offer clues. For example, some conditions may be more common in certain types, but this isn't fate. It's your routine, diet, exercise, sleep quality that has the greatest impact on your well-being. Think of your health as a garden. Blood type is the soil, But what really matters are the daily care routines. If you eat a balanced diet, exercise regularly, and maintain good sleep, you're giving your body the best environment to thrive, regardless of blood type. So while it's interesting to know your blood type and understand the associated tendencies, the essential thing is to adopt healthy habits. Lifestyle is the most powerful tool you have to ensure a long and healthy life, no matter your type. What else can we learn about blood? Blood is like a book that scientists are still learning to read. It carries information about our health, resistance to disease, and even how the body responds to treatments. For instance, researchers are constantly seeking new data on how blood type might influence responses to medications or protection against certain conditions. The science of blood is constantly evolving. Over time, studies may help doctors better predict disease risks or create personalized treatments based on blood type. This means that one day we might be able to prevent certain problems before they even appear. More importantly, learning more about blood reminds us of how complex and fascinating our bodies are. Understanding this lifeblood can provide us with the tools to live healthier lives and overcome challenges that currently seem impossible.